We're down to the last race. The last AMA race of the season. Yeah, we got donations. Yeah, we got straight rhythm. But AMA. SuperMotocross. We got one round left. And I personally have really enjoyed it. I think it's a success. Possibly. In my first video where I was going through the rules, I kind of was comparing this a lot to NASCAR just because. Because NASCAR, they got a playoff as well. It's a little different. By the end of the season, they take it down to 4 drivers, and it's one race. Winner takes all. Super exciting, that last race. And this kind of system that they got going on with SuperMotocross it's obviously not the same thing, but it's almost turning into the same thing where in the last round, pretty much whoever wins is going to win the whole thing. Because the thing with NASCAR is that you have to be consistent and you have to be up front every single race in those playoffs to make it to the Final Four. And normally the cream rises to the top, so to say, so that those last 4 drivers are the best of the season. Now, say what you want about the winner takes all on one track, because, I mean, it's just like with our sport that certain tracks favor certain drivers. So then that last one, it's a little weird, but it's cool. It makes it exciting. And with SuperMotocross, I think the same thing is going on where the cream has risen to the top. And I think it's evident in both classes, even with guys like Joe Shimoda or Ken Roczen, that Ken didn't race. Okay, he raced one outdoor race, proved that he is still a gnarly rider, was the closest one to beating Jett. And we have Joe, who, as the season has gone on, he's just been getting better and better and better. And at the beginning of the season, might not have been top 3. At the end of the season, I think it's pretty evident that he's top 3. So in each class, we have 3 guys, not 4 like NASCAR. 3 guys that have risen to the top, and it's pretty much winner take all between those 3 in each class. I'd say that's pretty exciting. They wanted it to go down to this last round where there's multiple riders, pretty much where whoever wins the championship. It's a lot like NASCAR, winner take all in the last race. I do think, however, it could have been done better with the tracks in the order that they go in. I think the first 2 should have been LA Coliseum and then Chicago Speedway, because that would have been like pretty much full Supercross with the LA Coliseum, which we haven't seen yet, but that's what I'm guessing it's going to be. And then pretty much an outdoor track at the Speedway. And then the drag strip track that was kind of an in-between Supercross, motocross. You needed Supercross suspension because you had one rhythm section that was so important, but it hindered you on the rest of the track that was more outdoors. I think that kind of track should have been saved for last. They should have done Supercross, outdoor, SuperMotocross. Because I do think that this last round at the LA Coliseum, it's going to favor Sexton. He even said himself, as soon as he got on his Supercross setup, that he felt way more comfortable. And a comfortable Sexton is a dangerous Sexton. He was uncomfortable all outdoors and was still right on Jett the whole time. So it would have been cooler to have a kind of in-between track as the last one. That's all I'm saying. In Jett, keeping the drama alive, waving Roczen by, which we found out is actually against the rules. Could you imagine if he would have got like a point deduction? People would have flipped. Would have been really funny, I'm not going to lie. Jett's making enemies pretty quickly. Probably shouldn't let him by. Probably shouldn't have been so cocky on the podium saying that it was such a big brain move when it literally didn't make a difference at all. If they would have finished the same way that they were, Roczen still would have gotten second. Jett still would have won. It literally did nothing. All it did was piss Roczen off, and Roczen will maybe take him out now. Be like, there's my present. I don't know. I'm just enjoying it. I don't know about you guys, but I wasn't so sure about this when they first announced it. I'm like, oh, it's kind of dumb. I kind of like it. I don't know about you guys, but I do. One thing that I'll be interested in the upcoming years is if this becomes a more important championship. These guys realize, like, dang, I just won a lot of money. That was kind of cool. So somebody like Roczen that didn't race outdoors. Okay, again, he raced one race, whatever. If outdoors becomes more important because we see guys start to become Supercross only because Supercross pays and is way more important than outdoors. But if you can go in to the SuperMotocross playoffs with just a few more points, people might actually start thinking about the outdoor season a little more seriously than they do. I don't know. Because for Roczen, it did actually help. He actually got a few more points coming into this SuperMotocross season because he did get in front of a couple guys by doing that one outdoor race. So some of these Supercross only guys like Roczen may actually do a few outdoor rounds too. I don't know. Something to think about. Either way, we got one more round, and I'm excited. I'm very excited. All right, I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember. So I'll make a video on it if I remember, but I don't. I think SuperMotocross has been a success so far. We'll see after this next round. Maybe somebody will play spoiler, and it won't be any of those 6 riders that win, and then things will get real crazy, and that'll be way different than NASCAR. Okay, cool.